Hey friends, thanks for tuning in. This is a podcast where I speak on feelings, sex, friendship, and whatever else makes you uncomfortable. Join me on my journey as I give you something worth listening to. Oh hey, it's me and you and me, in this big empty space all alone. And I've been waiting to welcome you back to a brand new episode of Something Worth Listening to. This is episode 11. OMG, it's been 11 weeks since I started this shit. Thank you for those who keep tuning in. Thank you for those who have been tuning in, commenting, subscribing, sharing, even word of mouth. Angel, thanks to you. Oh my god, that was my first shout out, guys. Wow, you should feel pretty special. Okay, I was at work and I have a coworker who he listens all the time to every episode, and he fucking promotes this shit more than I do, better than I do, if I were to be promoting it. And this week he has opened my eyes, actually for the past couple weeks. Now he brings up the show in front of people that I consider close to in the work environment, and he quizzes them on the past episodes and what I've said before, like when I call you guys friends and whores. And the people that I consider close, they don't know what he's talking about because they haven't gotten up to that or they haven't listened. What has he opened your eyes to, Kendra? I'll tell you what he's opened my eyes to. I don't know if I should feel a type of way that they don't listen as much as I would like them to. Okay, let me explain. When I first started my podcast, I already prepped myself to think as if not everyone you fuck with is gonna fuck with it. Of course, because podcasts aren't for everyone. Some people listen to music, some people rather watch shows, some people don't even know what the fuck a podcast is. And that's cool, different strokes for different folks. Now, I don't know if I should feel a type of way, because if you're close to me or like if we're cool, why aren't you supporting what I do? I don't know if that's like selfish to think that way, but at the same time, I don't know. It didn't bother me before because I love podcasts, and not even me myself am caught up to every podcast that I listen to, you know? It's just people, when they can listen to it, they'll listen to it. But if somebody fuck with you, they fuck with you, you know? So I'm kind of like on the fence about it. I don't feel a type of way, but I think that I should. Another reason I'm not so like crazy about it is because the people that I do fuck with, even outside of work, they fuck with it, you know? And even people I don't even talk to like that, they fuck with it. So I guess like I'm not really worried about the people that don't listen to it because they're just missing out, to be honest. I've been getting good feedback, and of course I know that I can do more. So, I think in conclusion, I really don't care that they don't listen to it. I think I just talked myself through an issue that I was having. Just again, thank you to everyone who has been fucking with it. Thank you to everyone who's been giving me nonstop honest feedback, because that's exactly what I'm looking for. Like, people, I don't even have to ask them and they will tell me what they think. That's what I want. Answer me, like, write me back. Share that shit, you know? If you feel it's something worth listening to, then tell everybody to tune in to something worth listening to. Pun intended. Oh my god, I didn't even greet you guys the proper way. Hey whores, this week you're whores, because I haven't called you whores in a long time. We've been bonding a little bit these past couple episodes, and it needs to stop, okay? I need to get back to being disrespectful to you, and you have to accept it. And if you are speaking back to me, I can't hear you, so haha, I win. Guys, I have been really sad this week, and it's only Monday, and literally all of last week. Why have you been sad, Kendra? All right, I know most of y'all know me as this gangsta bitch, but I don't know. I think a lot of things that have not been in my favor or like in my control is like beginning to be overwhelming. My self-doubt has been through the fucking roof like you wouldn't even believe. I haven't self-doubted myself this much in a long time. What do you mean, Kendra? What's going on? I know everyone I know will say that I always say this. Emotions are meant to be felt. You need to know what you're feeling in order to process what you're feeling, in order to get over how you're feeling, or at least cope with it. So, for starters, this podcast is absolutely everything to me. since 11 weeks ago today, when I dropped my first episode, I told myself, I hate to sound all cringy, but I told myself that this is going to be top priority. Now, I have an acquaintance who started his podcast with his friends a couple weeks after I did, and they have blown up. And I'm not happy for them, but I am comparing myself to them. And I'm not gonna lie, it's left me a little discouraged to continue mine. This week was like rough because I felt like I had writer's block. I couldn't think of anything to talk about or any new topics to talk about. But to be honest, I think it was just me needing to get what the fuck I'm about to say just off my chest before I can freaking go on and make sex jokes and talk nasty and be a whore like the rest of you guys, you know? Now, as much as I sulk and put myself down, I can also pick myself up. And I would tell myself, look, bitch, there are 4 guys and you're 1 female. You both offer different things. You both have different views. You both have different topics. And of course, they would get more of a following quicker because there are 4 of them and they all 4 know different people. And more people would want to be interested in what goes on in a male's mind than a female's mind. Because we always fucking showing how we feel, saying how we feel. And guys, they don't speak about that shit unless they with their bros. So look, they have more, I wouldn't say they have more to offer, but they have something interesting to offer as well. I try to look at both sides and be like positive and say good about myself because I don't want to discredit myself either, you know? I've had this for 11 weeks and I have 81 followers. Like, what? Bitch, in my opinion, that's big. A lot of the times, people deadass don't want to share your shit. They don't want to support you. And again, too, it doesn't even matter the followers. I have people who deadass fucking listen to me, you know, and spit back what I say and comment on what I say. Like, you people care. I guess you're my friends this week, too. Fuck. But you guys are here and I appreciate it. And I could literally cry right now, but I'm an emotional gangster and we don't do that shit. So what the fuck is tears, bro? What is that? No entiendo. Another thing I've been down about is my love life. Ugh, ew, here I am being all vulnerable. But again, we're here to talk about things that make you uncomfortable. So, my love life, here it is. I started dealing with this guy that I've dealt with before. And like I said on a previous episode, I was in a space where I thought I wanted a relationship. And he didn't. That's why it didn't work. Now, I'm cool off relationships and we could just chill. I went back into it understanding that nothing would come out of it. We can just chill, see where it goes. That's fine, perfectly fine, because now I won't get my feelings intact and I won't be like, oh, I like you, I really like you. Save myself the heartbreak. Otra vez. Pero like, now I'm just so confused. Like, I would try to chill just to chill, dub. Chill to fuck, dub. And I just don't understand it. Like, I don't like when someone only wants to deal with you on their time. So I think I'm just gonna have to cut that out because I just don't want to be sitting here stressing over something that I know is not going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, just chilling with somebody should never be this difficult, you know? And it's like, oh, okay, well, we can only chill if we're gonna go out and spend money. Why does that have to be a thing? Like, I don't like to hang out with people and it's only hanging out if we're going somewhere or doing something. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind, it's cool, but what's wrong with chilling in the house? But then I'm the type of bitch who overthinks that too, and I'm like, bitch, he don't want you in his house. I don't know. Somebody write me, tell me if I'm tripping, tell me if I'm thinking too hard, or just go with the flow. I guess I don't know how to go with the flow. Well, I do, but I need to know like intentions. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. If you tell me from the jump you don't want a relationship, that's cool. I'll know not to get my feelings intact. But if you acting like you want a relationship and then you up and say that you don't want a relationship, it's like, okay, huh? So I just rather not deal with the headache altogether. Again, like I said, y'all could tell me if I'm tripping or y'all could tell me if I'm thinking too much or whatever. I just don't like that if it's nothing, let it be nothing. Don't confuse me. I'm just so confused because then now it's like, all right, well, what do you want? Just tell me, what do you want? There's one more thing that's been like on my mind a lot recently, and It's unfortunate because I hate to be one of those people that it's like, oh, I have a secret to tell you. What's the secret? What's the secret? I'm not going to tell you because I'm telling you my business. But this whole last thing is not really my business to tell. But like I mentioned before, it's something that's out of my control. Long story short, something popped up from the past that brought my mother from the happy and peaceful place that she was in back to being in a dark, angry place. And it makes me upset because I was the one to do it. Although the situation at hand wasn't my fault, I feel guilty. She was in this place where she was glowing, smiling, not a care in the world if it had nothing to do with her grandbaby or her money. And I feel like I put her back into that dark spot that she's tried so many years to get out of. I'm sorry if I left some of you confused. Really quick, guys. I know there are people losing their homes. I know there are people who lost their jobs. I know there are people who are dying because of this virus. There are people in way worse situations. So this may sound like nothing when I'm saying it out loud or when you're listening to it. It's like, yeah, bitch, get over it, whatever. I just have a habit of discrediting my feelings because I say things like that in order for me to sweep them under the rug and not deal with them. I am in the midst of learning how not to compare my problems to others in order to make myself feel better. I don't know if that sounds selfish or like fucked up, but I do have a habit of saying, oh, well, there's people going through worse, so you should be able to get over it. You know, don't do that, okay? Like I said earlier, just allow yourself the time to know what you feel how you feel, and cope with what you feel. Because if you don't, that shit leads to dangerous shit. And I know you hear it all the time, but it just leads to a lot that you can easily solve by practicing respecting your feelings, you know? Practicing grace and patience with yourself and your emotions. Just take time with yourself, okay? You're your worst enemy and your best friend. So remember to be nice to yourself. Say good things in the mirror. And I'm not just talking shit. Like, I do this too, you know? And remember who the fuck you are. Like, one bad day doesn't mean you're gonna have a bad week. We will be fine. We will push through. We will be okay. And I guess I'm telling you guys this, but I'm really like telling myself this. But anyways, this was just a great therapy session for me. I needed to get it off my chest. Sorry if I bored you half to death too, but the episode was longer, so give me credit for that, right? Hopefully, I will not have writer's block anymore. I need to get my first male guest on the show, and we need to talk about sex. And I want someone who's not gonna hold back, who's not gonna bite their tongue, and who's just gonna show me all the inches. Oh, yeah. I feel like I have to brighten up the mood. Shit just got dark and depressing. And yeah, I hope I gave you something worth listening to.